Alrighty, so pre-market analysis. Let's start with GU. GU is currently bullish, looking to potentially continue the push to the upside, break that internal high. Swing is bullish, internal is bullish. We respected the daily internal demand and we pushed higher, giving us a chalk. So I'm expecting price to potentially push higher. On the H4, we're in phase A. Um, Swing is bullish, internal is bullish. That's our internal low and that's our internal high. Expecting price to follow that until we get a weak, a break of the weak swing high. On the M15, we're in phase A again. So M15 is bullish, internal is bullish. We just shifted bullish, mitigated EQ, mitigated deep into that extreme demand right there. So yeah, expecting price to potentially reach that swing high, the week one, and break it. For now, internal is bullish, so looking to follow internal. After the IBOS, we only have one unmitigated demand right there that has inducement in front of it, so sorry about that. So it's very high probability demand to look for trades from. And yeah, we do have this extreme, but it's mitigated with that wick. Of course, we could see still price coming to that level, but again, once we shift structure, I don't expect price to pull back all the way to the extreme, right? Usually momentum is very strong after internal break of structure, so I just want to catch that flip right there that has the adjustment, get perhaps a chalk or an LC to A or an LC1 from that level and looking for price to potentially continue higher. Why I would just get an LC to A or an LC1 from that level, just because, well, that's typically the extreme, because although we have the extreme, that's the only unmitigated one, so I can be very risky, not risky, but yeah, I can take an entry model directly from here. Yeah, so that's everything with GU. If I take that trade, then my first potential TP would be at that high on that supply, although we don't have any inducement, so it's not very strong, that supply as well, not strong supply, so we could easily see it fail and price push higher to that potential supply above. And yeah, on the M5, how does it look? So on the M5, I'm waiting for price to potentially liquidate all these lows, right? So we do have an above. We do have this as our LC1. Not sure if we're gonna reach all the way there, but eventually our first low would be that one. So let's see if we get that liquidated. Of course, if I get any entry, I need to cover lows. I think covering the lows is essential here, because we can at any moment reach and sweep that low as well. And yeah, so that's GU. Let's see EU. So same scenario daily. Here is bearish, looking for price to potentially reach EQ after we got internal shifting structure. So our internal structure here is bullish, right? And yeah, our internal structure is bullish, waiting for price to potentially reach EQ. So we're still bullish. I'm still bullish. H4 is bullish as well on the internal. Swing is bearish, internal is bullish, looking for price to potentially reach EQ. So trying to play that phase C pullback. Our internal is bullish. Right now we're currently at a H4 demand, looking for that demand to hold and potentially looking for price to push higher. M15, swing is bullish, internal currently is bearish. For me to confirm that this swing high pullback is done, I need an IBOS, a minimum IBOS. For now, I am seeing some sort of internal structure getting created, but again, that's my internal high, so until that is gone, then I'm not looking really for buys on EU. And yeah, EU is pretty straightforward, looking for price or waiting for price to give us an IBOS and then I'll be, or internal breakout structure, and then I'll be looking for buys. But before that, I'm just not interested in EU, to be fair. So let's wait and see if price will give us potentially a internal breakout structure, or else liquidate that low, close below, and then that as our internal high, break it, and then continue higher. And yeah, so that's our pre-market analysis for EU and GU. Let's see if GU will give us any entry. And